Beware the BeyHive. Getting into a public spat with Beyoncé doesn't just mean taking shade from the superstar singer. It's on site with her army of fans, too. These folks have experienced it. Hey, remember that time someone bit Beyoncé at a Met Gala afterparty? Tiffany Haddish spilled the beans about it to GQ, revealing that an actress who she didn't name got overly excited and bit Beyoncé on the face. When the interview went viral, the BeyHive began piecing the story together and discovered the biting culprit was none other than Sanaa Lathan. Though Lathan tweeted a denial, Haddish kept talking, confirming to Hollywood Reporter that it was her. One interesting tidbit about the bite was Beyoncé's reaction. When Haddish wanted to fight in her honor, Beyoncé stopped her. Haddish told GQ, "She was like, Tiffany, no, don't do that. That bitch is on drugs. She not even drunk. She not like that all the time. Just chill." For her part, Lathan continues to deny being the infamous biter. She told Health magazine, "I adore Beyoncé. I would never do anything malicious like that, to her or to anyone. It's so bizarre."
You know, I've had lots of rumors over the years, and you just kind of, after so many of them, you get a thick skin.
Keeping up with Jay-Z and Kanye West's on-again, off-again friendship has always been confusing. One wrench in the gears was that Beyoncé was rumored to not exactly care to be friends with West's now ex-wife Kim Kardashian. Despite Us Weekly at the time reporting the two were bonding during the Watch the Throne tour, things still seemed awkward between them. A source told Page 6 of Beyoncé, "She is always a little icy to Kim. The last time they hung out, the minute Beyoncé could leave the conversation, she did. They always have lots of awkward pauses." In 2014, when Kardashian and West had their wedding in Italy, the Carters were noticeably absent, which seemed to further fracture their friendship with West. On his 2016 St. Pablo tour, West ranted from the stage about the Carters multiple times. During one performance, he blasted Jay-Z for not visiting them after Kim was robbed in Paris. He also said, "I can't take this shit, bro. Our kids have never even played together." Despite Beyoncé keeping it cordial with Kardashian in public, a source told Radar Online in 2014, "Bey does not like Kim at all. She's cool with Kanye, but can't stand Kim." In 2009, Keri Hilson released a remix to her song Turnin' Me On, and the lyrics felt like a warning shot aimed at Beyoncé. The song includes a thinly veiled reference to Beyoncé's song Irreplaceable, encouraging someone who can dance and sing but thinks they're the best to move it to the left. Hilson's song then encourages that talented person to sit down and calls them fake. In 2011, while on the red carpet for the Soul Train Awards, Juicy Mag TV asked Hilson to hold up their latest issue, which had Beyoncé and Jay-Z on the cover. Hilson declined, which the BeyHive took as more Beyoncé shade. In 2013, the singer tweeted her frustration with relentless hate from fans, writing, "As far as whatever you are really mad about, I had my reasons. It's been years." In 2021, Hilson told Persia Nicole about a positive interaction she had with Beyoncé years after the drama, saying,
She actually has introduced herself. It was a gracious moment. I appreciated it.
Hilson added, "I feel like she understood what happened, what had transpired, and there was a bit of healing in that moment when we met. I take her as a very intuitive kind of soul, as am I." Talk show queen Wendy Williams first got on Beyoncé's bad side during a 2000 radio interview with Destiny's Child. Williams grilled the singer about her solo ambitions and the past drama with former members of the group. Williams referred to the group as Beyoncé and the Girls, and Beyoncé wasn't afraid to check her, saying, "I'm sorry, but can you please not call us Beyoncé and the Girls? Because that is definitely an insult to Kelly and Michelle." As Williams made her transition to television, she continued to throw jabs at Beyoncé, dedicating multiple segments to controversy around Beyoncé's first pregnancy. In 2012, Williams sent the BeyHive into a frenzy with comments about Beyoncé's intelligence. When the release of the documentary Life is But a Dream was announced, Williams shaded it on her show, saying, "Fortunately, one of the TVs in our kitchen has closed captioning, so I'll be able to understand what she says." The audience booed, but the host kept the insults going.
You all, Beyoncé sounds like she's got a 5th grade education. She can't talk.
Williams actually makes a quick appearance in the documentary, in a clip of her show where she's talking about the rumors about Beyoncé's first pregnancy. Beyoncé responded to her comments saying, "It's actually the most ridiculous rumor I've ever had about me." On Beyoncé's historic album Lemonade, the singer opened up about Jay-Z's infidelity and described the other woman as Becky with the good hair. The BeyHive was immediately on the case, trying to discover the woman's true identity. Vulture noted that stars like Rita Ora and Katy Perry cleared their names with pins that said, "Not Becky." Rachel Roy, producer Damon Dash's ex-wife, chose to fan the flames though. Roy took to Instagram with a cryptic post allegedly referencing the lyric from the song Sorry. She captioned a selfie, "Good hair don't care, but we will take good lighting for selfies," or self-truths always. The BeyHive took this as an admission of guilt, and she was immediately flooded with bee emojis in her comments. Roy later tweeted, "I respect love, marriages, families, and strength. What shouldn't be tolerated by anyone, no matter what, is bullying of any kind." Destiny's Child's ever-changing lineup has always caused controversy. One member who never quite found her footing in the group is Farrah Franklin. Her time in the group ended right in front of MTV cameras when Beyoncé urged Franklin to head home without her luggage. In a special for MTV All Access, viewers see a sick Franklin leaving the group during a promotional tour and never returning. In an interview with TRL, Beyoncé discussed Franklin's departure and offered up some serious shade, saying, "We're going to be perfectly fine. We've done like 3 or 4 shows without Farrah, and they've been phenomenal." That wasn't the only time she said something either.
All of the bad seeds are now out of Destiny's Child. We've had changes in the group, and we finally found the recipe that is perfect.
People notes that in 2018, during the On the Run 2 tour, Beyoncé happily posed for photos with former Destiny's Child members Latavia Robertson and LaToya Luckett. One person not on the reunion list was Franklin.